Hello everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. So on today's episode, we're gonna be doing something different. So we're gonna be bringing on board someone. I know you're so excited to meet the person, right? So it's no other person than Pharm Enjoy, the popular Pharm Radio on Twitter and YouTube. So if you've not followed him on Twitter, do well to follow him on Twitter for some interesting health updates. Okay, so Pharm Enjoy, thank you so much for coming. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. So basically what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be talking about antimicrobial resistance. It's antimicrobial resistance week, by the way. I know you must have heard AMR, antimicrobial resistance, and you are tired of hearing like, what is this antimicrobial resistance? So we're going to be breaking it down, or our roles in curbing this antimicrobial resistance. So our guest from Israel will be helping us to break it down, simplify.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for bringing me here. By the way, you look so beautiful. Before I talk about antimicrobial resistance, first I need to understand what we mean by antimicrobial agents. They can come in different forms. These are agents used to curb the spread of diseases caused by several microorganisms. It could be bacteria, it could be fungi origin, it could be viruses and what have you. So we have different medications, different agents used to kill these organisms, prevent them from causing further havoc. So these are things we call antimicrobial agents, and the popular one we really know in this part of the world, antibiotics. These are the ones that are used to kill bacterial infection. We have the antifungals, we have the antiviral. Now that we understand what we mean by antimicrobial agents, now antimicrobial resistance means the organisms we are supposed to use these antimicrobial agents to kill, they are resisting the effect of these our agents. That is, these our agents can no longer kill them. It's just like you getting a shield to guide the effect of, the attack of an enemy. So these organisms see the antimicrobial agents as their enemy. So they form a shield. And what causes this formation of shield is the way we handle our antimicrobial agents, from antibiotics to antiviral agents to
One thing Pharm Enjoy mentioned while he was talking was how we handle these antimicrobials. So you can see that each and every one of us play a big role in one way or the other to antimicrobial resistance. So we're going to be running through how we contribute to antimicrobial resistance.
Just in case many of us don't know, antimicrobial resistance is a very, very serious issue. In fact, it's a global threat. Like, many people are dying because of antimicrobial resistance. And the funny thing is, we are the ones causing majority of these issues. The way we handle it, not completing your dose when those medicines are recommended or prescribed to you, sharing your antibiotics with people just because you feel those people are having the same symptoms you earlier presented with. And then many of us feel, once I have a complaint, once I have this particular symptom, an antibiotics has to be recommended. No, it doesn't work that way.
So stop making the pharmacists look like they are wicked
or
people because they're not giving you antibiotics.
If your doctor says you don't need these antibiotics,
don't do I have coconut head.
Not the hear word. I not the hear word. I get coconut head. I get big ear, but I know the hear word.
Don't make your healthcare provider feel like, oh, he or she doesn't know what he or she's doing.
Please, loud.
It doesn't work that way.
Preach it.
There are sometimes all you just need is rest. There are sometimes all you just need is as simple as water.
Thank you.
Not antibiotics all the time. So these are the ways we contribute to antibiotics or antimicrobial resistance. And the funny thing is, many of our diseases, many of our infections caused by these microorganisms are becoming very, very hard to treat. And once these diseases cannot be treated, what does it lead to? You're going to stay longer in the hospital, your medical bills will skyrocket, and death. So why should we invite such a very, very serious issue with our own hands, with our own money?
When we can prevent it.
Exactly, when we can prevent it by just doing the right thing. So I think it's high time we started doing the right thing about our antibiotics.
So next time the doctor or the pharmacist tells you to go for a test, you go for that test so that we can know exactly what is wrong. Don't come to the pharmacy and say, you must give me antibiotics, you must give me anti-malaria.
I know the funny thing is, when you ask, okay, what antibiotics do you want? They just mention one name.
Ampiclox, Ampiclox are so fast.
Or just tell you, give me augmentin. I'm like, okay, what exactly is augmentin used for?
I know, right?
It's to flush my system now. I'm like,
I know, right? I made quite a normal opinion like that. I want to flush my system. Pharmacist, just give me antibiotics. Flush.
what
now?
What are you flushing?
I be thinking that should be just me. If I do it, it's not affect another person. Hello, that one thing that you're doing is affecting a number of people. So, Pharm, can you shed more light on that?
Okay, let me just quickly come in here and cite an example. So let's say, for example, I have an infection. I've abused antibiotics or antimicrobial agents over time. This particular organism that has caused this infection for me has become resistant to the drug I'm supposed to use. If in any way she gets that infection from me, that same infection I have, if she gets it from me, she'll be contracting that resistant strain of the infection I have. Resistant strain of the organism causing the infection I have is what she will get. So the antibiotics that is not working for me will definitely not work for her, and it keeps going like that. It keeps going like that, like a ripple effect. So a lot of people can actually get the resistant strain of the microorganism you have. You can keep spreading it like that, and antibiotics, antimicrobial agents will not work for them. And what are you trying to say? We may all just die all together.
I know, right? Because of your own mistake. Because of one person's mistake, everybody will not suffer.
So you put your children at risk, you put your neighbors at risk, you put your friends at risk, a lot of family at risk, a lot of people at risk.
Yeah. So if you love your family, you love your friends, you love your neighbors, you're gonna treat the antibiotics
do the right
very
thing,
nicely.
Yeah.
So now that we've talked about all of these things, talked a lot about antimicrobial resistance. So how do you think we can be able to curb antimicrobial resistance? What do you think are the roles and the responsibilities of each and every one of us to be able to curb antimicrobial
Okay, so
resistance?
first thing you need to know, not every ailment or illness you have requires the use of an
Louder,
antibiotic.
sir. Hey, they need to hear that.
Not everything requires the use of an antibiotic, and that is why you have your doctors, your pharmacists, your healthcare providers to guide you, to tell you what exactly you need, to run tests, to ascertain the infection you have and the antibiotics that is most appropriate for you. And once they tell you you do not need an antibiotic, just accept it that way. And once an antibiotic is prescribed for you or recommended for you, make sure you use it the way you have been told to use it. Complete your dose at every point in time. Very, very, very important. And do not share antibiotics.
Don't share.
Antibiotics is not an amper. Antibiotics don't be gift.
It's not gift.
Don't share an antibiotics. Don't say because this person has the same thing I'm feeling. It might be different. It might be different things presenting with similar symptoms. So do not share an antibiotics. At no point should you share an antibiotics. And another thing is, don't self-medicate. Okay, don't say, oh, this is what my parents used when I was young, let me to use it, or you start prescribing when you don't even know anything about it.
Not everything that is ampiclox.
No, please,
not everything that is amoxicillin.
It doesn't work that way, please. So we need to start taking intentional steps to guard our antibiotics so that we all can, because at every point in time in one's lifetime you will definitely need these antibiotics to treat one sickness or illness. And if we have destroyed all our antibiotics, what will be left for us to use? What? So we need to be very, 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 very careful with the way we use antibiotics and handle antibiotics.
So listen to your pharmacist, listen to your doctor. So thank you so much, Pharm Enjoy. Thank you so much for honoring this invitation. I hope you enjoyed today's session with Pharm Enjoy. Don't forget to follow him on Twitter and follow his YouTube channel. So you find the link in the description below to his Twitter account and to his YouTube channel. So you follow and also get quite a number of interesting and educative health tips. So thank you so much for watching.
Ma, please, can I get one of these shirts?
Oh yeah,
I like this shirt.
It's not for free. So see you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Have fun.